good American hockey players that were probably coached and trained by Canadian guys like me. That stayed in these markets and work with these players, but they all love the game. They love the markets they play in. They pay the extra taxes, but they still want to win. And you're not getting beat down. That's why I've always told you on this show, Canada hasn't won a Stanley Cup since the internet started. And it's been 93. The internet started about 94, 95, the old dial up. But when you look at what Arizona going to Utah, all they're doing is embracing the awesomeness of the players that they have. And one of the things that, Arizona and Utah have done, they've let their players get old rather than trading them away like Buffalo. One of the biggest mistakes they did, look at all the young players they traded away that went on to superstardom elsewhere. Even Ryan O'Reilly was there. They sucked the life out of him. He goes right to St. Louis, wins the Stanley Cup.
Thanks for the time.
Yeah, take care, Rod. Thanks.
Alan May join.
You have a vision, a big idea, but how do you turn ambition into absolute impact? It starts with connection. Booking top-tier speakers and executing seamless events, that's the EMJ difference. We position your brand where it belongs, Guy, through powerful advertising, strategic media, and promotion that drives results. At EMJ Marketing, we don't just promote, we partner. Your growth, our mission.
This is a test pattern. This is what happens when your video company screws up. You don't want your clients to see a screw-up. Hire a company that only does video, so it won't screw up. Then, people who give you money will see less of these and more of you. Skycron.com/live.
Business owners and marketers. Okay, we know you think we're pretty cool. That's why we want you to share in the coolness factor. Partner with The Rod Pedersen Show and market your business every weekday to sports lovers just like yourself. Take advantage of our many cost-effective commercial and promotional opportunities. Tell the world about your business. Yes, the world. Thanks to Game Plus TV and the Rod Pedersen Digital Network. Contact us today and find out how you can be a part of Canada's fastest-growing sports talk show, The Rod Pedersen Show.
Sports fans, daytime sports talk gets a whole lot better weekdays at noon Eastern with The Rod Pedersen Show. Talking sports daily with A-list guests, and the best part is, you can always join the discussion as we're the most interactive talk show on television. Broadcasting from coast to coast from the biggest events like Super Bowl, Stanley Cup Final, Grey Cup, and more, there's nothing like it in the game today. The Rod Pedersen Show, daily at noon Eastern and 10 p.m. Pacific on Game Plus Network.
This is a test pattern. This is what happens when your video company screws up. You don't want your clients to see a screw-up. Hire a company that only does video, so it won't screw up. Then, people who give you money will see less of these and more of you. Skycron.com/live.
Business owners and marketers. Okay, we know you think we're pretty cool. That's why we want you to share in the coolness factor. Partner.
Complicated. Click, pay, done. Skycron.com/Regina.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Wherever you may be tuning in from, 33. On Silver State Sports is the Western Dodge Tech 830-33. Do you have room for another sports team? I mean, here's the thing. I've said it many times. Been going to Vegas for a long time. And when we first started going, what did we go for? What everybody goes to Vegas for. Shows, gambling, partying, blah, 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 blah. There was no sports to go to. And once I stopped doing all those things, I was looking for something to do in Vegas, and it's like, are you going to go to UNLV basketball, catch a football game maybe, AAA baseball? Wasn't much going on. minor league hockey. And now they got everything. I don't need to tell you all the leagues, but there's not a soccer team, is my point. There's not a soccer team. Not to this degree, the MLS. And this kind of reminds me of that famed line. I hear it all the time. If the NFL wants it, they're going to get it. If they want to play in this country, they're going to. If they want this player, they're going to get him. I'm talking about the NFL. I feel like if Las Vegas wants an MLS team, they're going to get it. But on the flip side, as a long-time Canadian broadcaster that I am, with having spent a lot of time in Vancouver, I'm watching the situation out there with the stadium, BC Place Stadium, the home of the BC Lions. Their official travel partner is Neil Chark and Uniglobe Carefree Travel, and also ours, Vancouver, BC Place. They spent $500 million renoing that thing for the 2010 Olympics, and now the Whitecaps don't want to play there. The BC Lions, I think if they had their druthers, would be playing elsewhere. And I feel like the BC government is going, we've dropped $500 million into this place. You're going to play in it. It's a standoff. And we see it all the time. And we always hear about the teams that leave. We don't always hear about the teams that stay. Vegas is a great example. The Raiders moved there. The A's are moving there. Maybe the Whitecaps, which I don't think they'll be called the Whitecaps when they get to Vegas because there's not a lot of Whitecaps around Vegas. But I do feel if they want them, they're going to get them. From the world of golf, just weeks after questions were raised about LIV Golf's financial status and future, the Breakaway Tour's June event in New Orleans has been postponed per multiple reports. There are now no LIV events on the schedule between June 7th and July 23rd. Feels like prime golf season to me. How about you? The sports update's brought to you by Ultimate Fan Zone. Are you looking for the hottest fan gear? Swing by Ultimate Fan Zone or shop online at ultimatefanzone.ca, where real fans get their gear. We'll put a wrapper on this thing. When we come back, get to your last questions and comments. We'll redo the picks for tonight's NHL games, brought to you by Pump Jack's Steakhouse and Saloon, Pump Jack's Weyburn, Pump Jack's Cathedral. Come early, stay late at the place where friends meet. You're tuned in to the RP Show on Game Plus TV, Silver State Sports, and WQVZ.
This is a test pattern. This is what happens when your video company screws up. You don't want your clients to see a screw-up. Hire a company that only does video, so it won't screw up. Then, people who give you money will see less of these and more of you. Skycron.com/live.
Business owners and marketers. Okay, we know you think we're pretty cool. That's why we want you to share in the coolness factor. Partner with the Rod Pedersen Show and market your business every weekday to sports lovers just like yourself. Take advantage of our many cost-effective commercial and promotional opportunities. Tell the world about your business. Yes, the world. Thanks to Game Plus TV and the Rod Pedersen Digital Network. Contact us today and find out how you can be a part of Canada's fastest-growing sports talk show, The Rod Pedersen Show.
Sports fans, daytime sports talk gets a whole lot better weekdays at noon Eastern with the Rod Pedersen Show. Talking sports daily with A-list guests, and the best part is, you can always join the discussion as we're the most interactive talk show on television. Broadcasting from coast to coast from the biggest events like Super Bowl, Stanley Cup Final, Grey Cup, and more, there's nothing like it in the game today. The Rod Pedersen Show, daily at noon Eastern and 10 p.m. Pacific on Game Plus Network.
Business owners and marketers. Okay, we know you think we're pretty cool. That's why we want you to share in the coolness factor. Partner with the Rod Pedersen Show and market your business every weekday to sports lovers just like yourself. Take advantage of our many cost-effective commercial and promotional opportunities. Tell the world about your business. Yes, the world. Thanks to Game Plus TV and the Rod Pedersen Digital Network. Contact us today and find out how you can be a part of Canada's fastest growing sports talk show, The Rod Pedersen Show.
You have a vision, a big idea, but how do you turn ambition into absolute impact? It starts with connection. Booking top-tier speakers and executing seamless events. That's the EMJ difference.
We position your brand where it belongs, Guy, through powerful advertising, strategic media, and promotion that drives results. At EMJ Marketing, we don't just promote, we partner. Your growth, our mission.
Do you worry about how much someone drinks?
Do you feel angry or depressed most of the time? Do you feel neglected or unloved?
Do you feel that if the drinker loved you, she or he would stop drinking?
If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone.
Not everyone trapped by alcohol is an alcoholic.
Families and friends are suffering too.
Al-Anon and
Alateen can help. Call 1-866-200-0223 or visit alanon.org/help.
Looking for a new ride without the big city pressure? Come to Western Dodge in Moose Jaw, where you'll find an unbeatable lineup of Ram trucks, Jeep SUVs, Dodge Muscle, and Chrysler family rides. With knowledgeable staff, great prices, and that friendly Moose Jaw touch, you'll drive away with confidence. Western Dodge, big selection, small town service. Visit us today or browse online at westerndodge.ca. All right, welcome back, everybody, for Overtime. Proudly brought to you by Overtime Hockey Lanes in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, where skill and fun collide. Flames aren't in the playoffs, but you can be if you drop by Overtime Hockey Lanes. It's simulated hockey, really, in a lot of ways. About a month ago now, I was at Tiger Woods Golf Simulator here in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, thinking this kind of reminds me of Overtime Hockey Lanes. So if you love hockey more than golf, that's the place for you. 28th Street Northeast, Calgary. Yeah, we've kind of gravitated a lot towards hockey right now. I wonder why. Stanley Cup playoffs are on. It's the best time of year for hockey fans and people. And wonderful chat with Alan May earlier about how much fun we had at the Centennial Cup. And for those that don't, I know a lot of our viewers right now in Las Vegas are Canadians that know what the Centennial Cup is, the National Junior A Hockey Championship. It was the spring of 2021. We were there. We brought the show there, forged a great relationship. 10 teams from all across Canada were there. The best junior teams, junior A teams in Canada were there. And Alan May was there. He was the guest speaker at the banquet, me as well. And this year, it's in Summerside, PEI. Not even joking, I thought about going. And a pretty good friend of mine, who a lot of you will know that are watching right now, Doug McLean, the former head coach of the Florida Panthers, is from there. He was just on this show last week, Doug McLean. And I don't even need to ask him if he's going. He's in his backyard. He spends the summers in Canada just like I do. David, number 2 in Winnipeg, writes in and he says, going to PEI should be on everyone's bucket list. Watching hockey there would be awesome. Right? I remember the first time, this is where I was a little different than a lot of the other kids that I grew up with. I wanted to see all these places for myself that I read about in these books when I was a little kid growing up on the Canadian prairies. I'm like, they got red soil in Prince Edward Island? Red earth? I got to see this. And did. 20-some years later, I'm like, oh my God, they do. Wow. PEI has red soil. It's wild. And a lot of potatoes. And this year, the National Junior A Hockey Championship. So I won't be going, but good on those that will. John in Edmonton writes in, says, Chris Knobloch says both Connor McDavid and Jason Dickinson are game time decisions for Game 5. Yeah, that just isn't good. It just feels to me like they're performing the last rites on the Edmonton Oilers. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I was just thinking this morning, I'm really enjoying the break from Leaf talk as they search for a new general manager. And then shortly after that, they'll be looking for a new head coach. Sounds like the Edmonton Oilers will be doing the exact same thing. Unless they stave off elimination tonight, which is the poll question today. Do you think they will for Country Thunder? 74% of you saying the Oilers will win tonight. By the way, that's one of 3 games in the Stanley Cup playoffs on this Tuesday night. We did the picks earlier. I'll do them again for those that weren't tuned in. We got the Oilers to beat Anaheim, force a Game 6 on the Duck Pond. We've got the Dallas Stars to beat Minnesota in Game 5. That series is tied 2-2. It's not. That's a great series. I've watched a lot of it, but it's nowhere near the best. Anybody will tell you Montreal Tampa Bay is the best series. Oh, my God, it's been so awesome. They're coming back to Florida for Game 5 on Wednesday, but we'll talk about that tomorrow. And then Buffalo-Boston, and wasn't that exciting to have Zach Benson, Sabres forward, watching the show earlier? He tried to take on, Zach's like 5'8", maybe on skates, and he tried to take on 6'7" Boston defenseman Nikita Zadorov the other night in Game 4. The kid reminds me of my little Yorkshire Terrier I used to have, Fergus. He always tried to fight German Shepherds and Great Danes. Never won, but anyways, we got Buffalo to win tonight and end that series. So 3 games tonight, and then we'll be back here tomorrow talking about the whole thing again. Very excited to welcome to the program tomorrow Steve Simmons. He'll be making his RP show debut. He is the last, I call him the last of the Mohicans, the last of the newspaper columnists that will take a team to task. Steve Simmons of the Toronto Sun will be joining us. Covers the Leafs, but he covers all of the NHL. Hall of Fame writer, and makes his winter home here in South Florida. Covers the Leafs from South Florida. Pretty good gig. Steve Simmons will be with us tomorrow. So I'm very much looking forward to that. And we've covered pretty much everything of what we were hoping to do today. Right on point. So I thank Scruffy for that. I thank you, the viewers. I thank Bob in Medicine Hat for tuning in through the whole ride. He says, good day, Rod. Bob from the Hat again. The Oilers are done. Then the Habs will be the only ones to watch. Go, Habs, go. Have a great day, Rod. Oh, we are. We are, with a whole lot of hockey watching. Got to all of our notes. This Diego Pavia thing says he's being advised by Johnny Manziel. People are saying, maybe don't tell people that. CFL Draft is tonight for those that observe. Might be kicking that around a little bit tomorrow as we go solo in hour 1 because tomorrow's Wednesday here and I get to be the Larry King of Sports. Hello. I didn't write down all the games tonight. I did mention them earlier. Blue Jays home to the Boston Red Sox as the Blue Jays try and get their act together. Another night of NBA playoffs. At some point, I've been vowing to watch them. Phoenix at Boston, Atlanta at the Knicks, Portland at San Antonio. It's just been hockey on every night. I'll watch it when there's no hockey on to watch. How about that? As the NHL is surpassing the NBA in the ratings battle in America, and I feel like that is, when you're in the middle of it, you can't talk about it. We'll talk about it when it's all over. For now, let's just enjoy the hockey. So thanks to Alan May, thanks to Scruffy, thanks to everybody for tuning in, and we'll do it all again tomorrow, noon live on Game Plus TV and in prime time on Silver State Sports and 3 to 5 Central on WQVZ Radio.
That